I should say good afternoon, but it's not quite there. It's noon today in Union Square. Today's lecture in front of the universe, on Universe TV, as well as here on Speaker to the American public and the world public, is about the end of days, the apocalypse, Doomsday, Armageddon. So I need to make sure that the human race understands that Armageddon has happened, and I'm on the verge thereof, a powder keg of it happening again. So, what's going on here is the failure of the human race to acknowledge me, the ambassador, as the root cause for the extinction of the human race. So, I here in San Francisco in the last decade, since the day on my Facebook in which I said I'm going off the grid into MIB, in which all of my friends had thought I had lost my fucking mind and disappeared. That was 10 years ago. And during that 10 years ago, from that point now until now, I have been here in San Francisco presenting to the whole universe in a classroom environment my solution to Armageddon, in doing after-the-fact H-bomb countermeasures here in San Francisco, putting out the fires of Armageddon single-handedly by myself on a budget less than that over the last decade of a fuel in one Blue Angel, in a Blue Angel show. You understand? My budget to put out the fires of Armageddon is less than the fuel of one Blue Angel and a Blue Angel show. With that being said, I was able to traverse Armageddon from front to back and back to front and call upon an armistice in the after fact of Armageddon already happening on Earth on its way into a universe collapse, to stop that universe collapse and return here to San Francisco and an armistice from where I start with boiling cauldrons of singularities here on the ground to the present. It is there in which I arise from mortal combat in 10 Genesises coming out of Armageddon, including that the procreation of Gaia of billions of worlds in the before fact of Armageddon and after the fact of Armageddon on Earth. What do you think of that? So with that being said, I have some information you need that without which our worlds fall into Armageddon. In the procreation of Gaia comes from the after the fact of Armageddon of Earth, the human race extinct 7,800 years ago. To procreate Gaia in a base of 120 million years ago of the age of the ant, i.e. in the procreation of trillions and quadrillions of worlds, they start 120 million years ago to the present. So, on my way in to create these worlds, I did what is known as a streak. And I've done several of these under the challenge by the Empress to the universe of me, the fireman is to be. Imagine. The fireman is to be. So, in the after fact of Armageddon, as I said, where the human race became extinct 7,800 years ago by smallpox, put upon me by the human race itself. The human race engaged in biological warfare against me. and tried to kill me, to take, in the past that is, to take the due course of my creation and procreation of Gaia, for your missing village idiot to stand here on the stage after killing me and say, I'm the one that did all of this. It all belongs to me. So, here I stand in the aftermath of procreation of Gaia, in which all the worlds, starting here, right, have a skewed calendar, i.e. their worlds are of the same present, but they are a different age. This provides me an opportunity to have one day that spans a vast number of worlds in the procreation of Gaia as being the same day, just downworld, the worlds are older, and upworld, the worlds are younger in their creation thereof. So, in the age there of that, somewhere along the line, in my absence, Armageddon ensues. Right? So that makes it so that Armageddon is today. Every day, across all of those worlds, somewhere down there, someone lights a nuclear weapon and destroys us all. The older, and without my existence, that happens. So I need to bring this information to the human public and everyone that Armageddon has ensued, and they took my money. Ah, there we go. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. So I want to make sure you all understand, I'm sitting on strings of worlds where downworld it's the same day. Every day is the same day, except those worlds are older and these worlds are younger. And as time went on down there, apocalypse happened and doomsday happened. So it is here where I go back that way, come this way, from after the fact of Armageddon to here, to before the fact of Armageddon to here, to stop Armageddon in its tracks with armistice across the board. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? The number one root cause for the extinction of the human race and ensuing of Armageddon is because of lack of my absence. In my absence. Without my presence, everything that way went into Armageddon. Once again, my name is Douglas Attila Jamali. You need to examine this and understand I'm here with the universe. As long as you ignore me on this stage, the human race, they extinct you for beyond today. If the human race is allowed to persist, all life in the universe comes to an end. Again, as long as you ignore me, right? It's just as if I wasn't here and Armageddon ensued. Once again, my name is Douglas Attila Jamali, and today's presentation is the apocalypse, doomsday, and end of days of the human race. Have a nice day, everyone. Surrender unconditionally. Let's suffer the consequences of the aftermath of Armageddon ensuing. As long as you have nuclear weapons, they eventually will be used. This ends my presentation today to humans.